Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the seventh chapter from your book Footprints Without Fate, and the title is Necklace. You know what is a necklace? An ornament worn in the neck to decorate by the ladies, known as necklace. So, what is the story about? The story is just a satire, or you can say a comment, but with a very strong message. It is ridiculous for people of ordinary means to copy the rich. Ordinary means the people, those who belong to middle class, lower middle class, they try to copy the rich people. One should live within one's means. Whatever we can afford, we should try to live in that. Otherwise, he or she invites unnecessary problems, anxieties, and confusions in his or her life. The main message of the story is that we should be what we are. We should really live a real life. False pride is cause of our sufferings. If we just try, if we believe in show off, then we just cause suffering for ourselves. The loss of a false necklace by Mrs. Lozel, she is the main character, was not a big loss. I'll let you know the story. Things could have been settled right if she had confessed the loss of the necklace to the honor Madame Frostier. Frostier and Lozel, they are the friends. Lozel, right from the childhood, thinks to live a very comfortable, luxurious life, but unfortunately, she was married to a clerk. She is living a very normal life. The husband is invited to a ball party, and she doesn't have a good dress, a jewelry. Anyhow, from the savings, the husband arranged the dress. She has the problem that she doesn't have the matching jewelry to wear for the party. She want to decline the invitation. But then his husband advised her that you should talk to a friend. Mrs. Frostier, she is quite rich, having so much of jewelry. This small lapse, when they were in the party, unfortunately, Mrs. Liza lost that necklace, and now she was not able to confess it to the friend, and she wants to pay for it or give the same necklace to her. She had to arrange the money to get the same necklace from the market because it was the costlier one according to Lizel, and she had to cut her expenses. No maid was there. They had to work in the evenings. They had to suffer a lot for the more than 10 years, and then they were able to repay, to give it back to Mrs. Frostier. And then she came to know that it was a false necklace. It was not of pure gold or diamond, it was just an artificial one. So it was not a big loss. The small lapse of or mistake of Mrs. Lizel makes her whole life miserable and dark, and the irony was that the cause of all this suffering was a false necklace. So now I am telling you the summary in detail. Matilda was a pretty young lady. It seems that by an error, it was a mistake, error of destiny. Maybe the destiny has taken a wrong step. She was born in the family of clerks. She had no hopes of marrying a rich and important person, hence, she married a petty clerk. Because she was born in the family of the clerk, she got married with a clerk. Simple but unhappy, the married life, She was simple but unhappy. She was pained at her miserable condition. She thought that she was born for all delicacies and luxuries of the world. She has the idea in the mind that she should avail all these things, her petty income, because the husband was a clerk. He was in such a low income and social status, tortured and angered her. She was feeling inferiority complex. She loved only marvelous dishes, nice frocks, and jewels, but she can't afford that. One day, Mr. Lizel, that means the husband of Mrs. Lizel, gave her a printed card. It was an invitation to the dinner organized by the Minister of Public Instructions where her husband worked. He had hoped that his wife would be delighted to receive such an invitation. The bosses invited the clerk also to the party. But his wife threw the invitation upon the table with contempt because she thought she was impatient and complained that she had nothing to wear on such a grand occasion. Mr. Loisel was also much disturbed, but anyhow was silent. She told him calmly that she couldn't go there without a proper dress. He should give his card to a colleague's wife. That means the one who is rich one can afford going there. Give this invitation to them who had a better dress than hers. He was pained to hear it. Husband was also disturbed. He asked what it would cost them to buy a good dress. She replied 400 francs. Can you imagine 400 francs for a clerk? He grew pale. He had saved 400 francs. What for? To buy a gun for his hunting parties. He has a passion of hunting, so he wanted to buy a gun. But now, because wife is impatient to get the dress, he will have to surrender. The day of the ball came near. Now her dress was ready because the husband sacrificed those 400 francs. She was pained to have such a poverty stricken look because she doesn't have the good jewelry. She was vexed not to have a jewel. Mr. Loisel suggested that she could wear some natural flowers. She could decorate herself with the flowers, but she replied no. It was humiliating for her to give a shabby image of her in midst of the rich ladies. How can she present herself amongst those rich ladies in such a poor condition, decorated with fresh flowers? No. Then an idea came to Mr. Loisel. He asked her to borrow jewels from her friend Madame Frostier. Why can't you get it from her? She uttered a cry of joy because she didn't have the idea. Now she was happy she has got the idea. She had not thought of it before. Madame Frostier heard her story of distress. She is a good friend. She was also pained. After listening the miserable condition of Mrs. Loisel, she opened her jewel case and asked her to choose any one item she liked. Take which one you like. Metalde, that is Mrs. Loisel, eyes fell on a superb necklace of diamonds. She decided to get one which is of diamond. Her friend willingly agreed to lend that to her. Lend means to give. For some time she was overjoyed and went away with the diamond necklace. Now she went home. She was happy now. She was ready to join the party now. And now what they will go to the party, what will happen, that we will come to know in the second video.